record. All right, guys, we are recording. It is Tuesday, November 19th, and we are going to be talking about upcoming group and really just kind of finishing the year out fitness-wise. What are our own plans for fitness? Because it's kind of a potty shoot over here, at the end of the year. Sometimes you're like, oh gosh, I don't have time for anything because I'm traveling so much, and that's how all of our challengers are feeling. So that's why we're going to talk a little bit about how we can alleviate that pain for ourselves and for our challengers, make it really fun at the end of this year. I will want some input because we were between a name for our next group. So we're kind of between a name of two different things to call it. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the 3-day refresh. But before I get started on either of those, I wanted to share that Michelle and I talked yesterday on a leadership chat, and we, in the month of December, we will have a business opportunity call every week. We listened to a call from Christine Dwyer, who is she's been a coach for a really long time. She's a really huge, she actually has the biggest downline in Beachbody, and how their team has teamed together to do weekly webinars. And this is something Michelle's always wanted, and we've kind of been trying to do that with our upline teams, but we love them, but they're not always like, hey, let's plan this out a month in advance. It's like, hey, we're going to do this week. So Michelle and I decided we would plan it out a month in advance. We were originally going to do Wednesdays, but we're kind of leaning towards Thursdays. So once we know those dates for sure, we will do them. They will be consistent at the same time every Thursday in December, or every Wednesday in December, but at the same time, same link, so that it's just really easy to invite to that type of thing, to invite to the coach op. And anytime that I do a presentation, it'll be more like a product opportunity with the coach opportunity. Anytime Michelle does it, she still talks about products. It just doesn't go in as deep as I do on the product ops. So that's really exciting. We're also going to try to get Jay, who's a dude who's been around for a long time, to do one. Neil will be on some of them with me. And then I think Melanie Bolin is going to do one for us too. So we'll have other people doing them, but that way you guys don't have to do all this manual, oh, well, let me find this video for you. And let me answer all these questions. Just have them hop on a call and ask the questions there. And then on top of that, team calls, like I said at the beginning of this, we aren't going to do them every Tuesday like we had been, because there have been so many of these pop-up calls and these pop-up events that have been happening that it just doesn't really, it's not necessary, because there's so much awesome stuff that the teams are providing outside of us. And so we just really want to encourage you, plug into Team Give, plug into those other calls, and do that instead of forcing yourself to every Tuesday, which I love it. It's just not, this season is not the season for us to have to do that every Tuesday, but we will have one more call on Tuesday. Originally this call was going to be to discuss if it should be morning or if it should be afternoon or evening, but we'll just keep it in the evening. It will be Tuesday, the 16th will be our next call. So just know that Tuesday, December 16th. And we'll basically just be talking about what's coming in January, how are we launching January. So let's go ahead and just finish. How are we finishing out November and December? So for yourself, choose a fitness program. Choose something. So I think there's 6 weeks left of the year. So if you haven't picked a program and you're I just really want to complete one before the end of the year, pick a 6-week program, or maybe do 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme, or 2 rounds of shift shop, or do whatever workout feels good. Do Sean week 1 week, and then maybe do a 3-week yoga retreat, December 2nd through the 22nd. So that's kind of what our mentality needs to be, is just figure out what works for your schedule. And that's how we need to approach our challengers too. The main thing that I would say focus on for ourselves is just drink your Shakeology every day. Cause I know, I told Neil, I was it's really hard for me right now. All I want to do is bake sugar cookies. I'm not even kidding. All I really want to do every day is bake sugar cookies. That's just how it is. That's what I want to do. And I'm not, Christmas trees up. I can bake sugar cookies. We found the cookie jar. I'm going to go do that. But I also know that I'm going to do, I might have a cookie every day. I might. But I'm also going to work out. I'm also going to eat a ton of vegetables, and I'm going to do a 3-day refresh in between there. And so that's the next step that I wanted to share. Is I am personally, which you guys that know me know, I'm not oh my gosh, I can't wait to do my 3-day refresh. I'm not like Brooke and Deborah, who are loving the 3 day. Oh, I thought they were on here. They aren't on here, but they like love the 3 day refresh. They kind of laughed at me when we were at lunch the other day. And I was like, and Deborah was saying something like, oh yeah, the 3 day refresh. And I like interrupted. I was like, it's so hard. And she was like, I was going to say it's really easy. It was too easy. And I was like, oh. So anyway, so I will complain through it all, but most people actually really love them. So I am going to commit myself to doing a 3 day refresh after Thanksgiving. So I will most likely, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't picked my exact dates, but what I will do is I will encourage my challengers to basically pick doing it that Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday after Thanksgiving. So basically anytime between the 30th and the 4th. So the 30th of November to the 4th of December. That way we're kind of all sort of doing it around the same time. So I recommend if you're thinking about doing one, like it would be really, really helpful and really, really awesome if we could all do it together, because I know I need the extra strength and the extra manpower. And I wanted to share something with you guys that I thought might encourage us all to try this and to do this as a community. So I'm sharing my screen, and this is in a group that I'm in. And this was a coach that shared, her name's Ashley, and she shared this back in April. And I did this, I can't remember, sometime shortly after she posted this, I did similar to what she did and had a bunch of people that were excited about doing the 3 day refresh too. And so she did a 3 day refresh, and she shared her results on a Thursday, and the response was mind blowing. And I'm going to show you her picture because it was amazing. She sent out 26 share a cart links in 48 hours for the 3 day refresh with Shakeology, which is 52 PV volume points each. And so she's doing a 3 day refresh group from May 6th to 9th. So that was when she did it. So she actually did have a really specific date. So I am fine if you guys like want to chime in and are like, no, like let's choose a date. Like let's do it from these 3 dates instead of like having it over the course of 5 days. Tell me, like I'm really, really open to feedback. And so she said and so she got her entire team the opportunity to do it themselves and get new results and invite to it too. Many of them haven't completed the program before, so they're sharing her results on social media to invite people. They're sending out links left and right, volume. The way we're doing, and like, I don't care as much about the volume as like, I just think it would be fun. The volume would be great, but I think it would be fun. So she said, the way that we're doing the group is very different than we've done it before. As soon as we send somebody a link, we go ahead and add them to the group. So it's such a party atmosphere in the group as everyone joins and introduces themselves under the welcome post, and each person completes their enrollment link. We'll be celebrating them individually, creating a ton of positive FOMO. The deadline for enrollment is Tuesday, the last day of the month. Anyone who's not completed enrollment will be removed from the group. We anticipate not having to remove anyone based on the responses that we're getting. And so, she said, with summer approaching, people are in the state of panic to get their bodies swimsuit ready. Well, I would say with Thanksgiving being right here, people are really like, we're all kind of like, oh gosh, like I just packed on the pounds because you heard me. You're going to eat sugar cookies. Okay. So people are looking for quick fixes right now, and that plays into the need. Unbeknownst to all those people, this is much more about their health than anything. So it's really not a quick fix. So it's so different than all the other quick fixes on the market. And it's also the perfect opportunity to transition them from a refresh into a full program afterwards. So that's the focus on the last day of the group, was to transition people into that. And I will say, when Emily Brower last month in October did a 3 day group with me, and it was just 3 day free group. For me, it was really like, it was that transition on the last day of like, okay, this is what's next. And what was next at that time was week of sneaky treats. So it went really, really smoothly for a lot of my people. And I think I only had 7 people in that group, but I think all but 2 of them ended up going into week of sneaky treats. And so it was just one of those, it was just a really easy transition. And so I really want to encourage you guys to take part in something like this. And so she just said, when somebody comments on her post on social media, she's sending them a message. Hey, Susan, I wanted to respond to your comment really quick. We're going to be doing a 3 day group. And then she gives the dates. Honestly, it's super simple. The 3 day refresh kit comes with 3 shakes a day and a fiber sweep that pulls toxins out of your body. You will also eat fruits and veggies and drink lots of water during the 3 days. I thought it would be tough coming off of a Disney sugar high, but it was so easy. My body reacted really well to it, and my clothes fit better too, which is such a great bonus. I would love to have you join in with us. And so when they respond, yes, I want to do it, or how much is the program, she just says, awesome, the detox is $70, and that gives you an entire package full of what you need. If you'd like to do this with us, and I hope you will, I just need your email address and the flavor Shakeology you would like with the pack. See the highlighted options below. So then she sends a picture with highlighted options. She sends them a list of the vegan ones, so she just highlights the vegan flavors, just because in the cleanse, you really don't want to have any dairy consumption. But this girl, Ashley, said that she had the conversation with 60 people, and from that she sent 26 links. 10 people had already purchased. So this was Ashley's results, which are incredible. So she talked about in her post how she went to Disney and she came back, and I don't know if she shared her actual post in here, but I'm pretty sure I could find it for us. And she went to Disney, she came back and was like, wow, I have to get off this Disney sugar high. I'm going to do a 3-day refresh. And she was so blown away by her results, and she shared them. She's like, I think that she said, we're going to do this again as a team. So I just wanted to share that with you guys as an option. Their team, which I don't know how big Ashley's team is, but another girl, Amy, on their team did this, and she used Ashley's post for one, and then used her photos for another story. So she did a couple posts. And Ashley said her team enrolled over 120 people with the 3-day refresh packs. So like in 48 hours, they all posted and they all enrolled like a bunch of people, which is just so fun. Like, I mean, that's crazy. So again, and Ashley's I think she just went 2-star, so I don't think she has like a massive team, but I mean, it's probably about the same size as our team. So I'm gonna stop my screen share because I know there's a chat. I'm gonna pull that open. Emily, yes, it was so good. Oh yeah, the 3-day refresh group was so good. Is that what you were saying? The 3-day group. Oh, the 3-day group that we had. It was so good. Yes. It was perfect. And so that's why, if we could do this, and I might tweak that wording a little bit for us. I will share it I need to look up the name of this group really quick. So there is a group. I'll share my screen again so you guys can see what I'm doing. Pardon? Let me get the chat box up too. Where did that thing go?
Go.
It is gone. There we go. More chat. All right. Yeah. Emily said she loved how smooth of a transition it was. So do any of you guys want to do a 3-day refresh? Does that sound like it would be fun? And if so, let's just, these would be, I'm sorry, my screens you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, you have way too many things open. So Thanksgiving is the 28th. The 3-day refresh. So I was thinking, just because I know for me traveling wise and stuff, I could do it Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or I could do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't have like a huge, like I have to do it these 3 days. And then if you're like, I really don't want to do that, it would be good to know too. Cause like, it's totally fine if you're just like, I don't really want to. So, and then let's see here. What was I going to show you guys? So I can copy that verbiage out from Ashley's. This is a different thing I want to share from Ashley's stuff and put it, I'm sorry guys. Okay, so Emily, you want to do it, and let's go here. Sorry, I'm trying to get into this Facebook group that I made. Facebook. So there's a Facebook group that I made. We also have Be Well links. So you know what I'll do is I'll just make sure that, and if I had gone to the Be Well links group tab, here, www.tinyurl.bewelllinks. It should be right there. So there's this group on our Be Well links. Ashley, I want to, but I'm nervous because I'm still nursing some. I do want to in January if he's done by then. Yeah. I don't think I did one while Alicia was nursing. I don't think I did. Do you remember? Because it does. You would have. I would have hated my life.
Yeah, I don't think you did.
Because you know me, Ashley. I mean, I really like food. So yeah. Oh yeah, I did. Neil said she uses it as an excuse. I did. Because you do need to eat a little bit more if you're planning. And I know he's mostly night nursing, so it probably wouldn't be. So Emily did it. I remember Emily likes the 3-day refresh. Like Emily really likes the 3-day refresh. She did it several times when she was nursing Connor. So it would just be one of those. Ashley kind of could just decide. And you could still invite to it even if you don't want to do it. I know I invited to things, and you don't have to if you don't want to, but I would invite to things and share like Kelsey's posts and stuff when I was pregnant and Kelsey was doing 3-day refreshes. Link to Be Well Coaches page. So there's a link on there, and it links to the Be Well Coaches page. And I don't know which of y'all are in here. I feel like it was just like a long time ago. So I can put the verbiage in here for 3-day refresh. And I'll send that out in the weekly email when I do that. So Be Well Coaches page is just, there's not a lot, there's 7 of us in here right now. So this is really just like very generic information. Not generic, but it's only specific to just like inviting. I don't know, does that make any sense?
No,
it didn't make any
not
sense.
Not generic, it's very specific.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That didn't make any sense. Anyways, y'all.
Those are antonyms.
Antonyms, whatever. I am not going to homeschool my children after all, because I would be really bad at it. Anyways, guys. Okay, so there's that. The other thing too, and this is just pick something and focus on it. So the other thing too that I was going to share, I'm just going to open this calendar. This is just my calendar on my computer. So I don't really have, this is all kind of wrong. So I apologize that information is there. I was just wanting a calendar. But basically our next group is going to start this date. And I started a group this last month, and I'm doing it on the Tracker app, and I have Bobby and Brooke that are doing it with me. But I'm kind of not sure if we'll have a separate group or if it will all just be in the Be Well community, because it would be kind of nice to just have it all in Be Well community. So the second, third, and fourth would be the refresh. And then we would actually just like let people that want to continue into Be Well community after that group. So we would take them out of a 3-day refresh group. And then if they weren't doing the 3-day refresh and it was somebody that, you know, wanted to go into the flash sale, if you're wanting to do the flash sale group, which is something that Melanie Bolin is setting up, and you have somebody that joins in, or if you just are talking to somebody about getting started, I'm personally thinking that I'm just going to choose Be Well community instead of start a brand new group, just so that they can kind of see that community and ongoing support. So does that make sense?
I think so, yeah. Just remind everybody they don't have to do all the groups.
No, you don't have to do all the groups. You don't have to be all of the things. These are just some of the, just pick what you're interested in and go from there. Yeah, and get behind it all the way. So that's why right now, here, let me stop my screen share. Let me go here. Stop screen share. So right now, it's amazing that our uplines are doing a lot for us. For example, like Melissa Hudgens is doing a 3-day refresh Snoop group. And while I could add people to her Snoop group, and it is kind of nice because somebody that does get a 3-day refresh will get a $20 gift card because she is doing that. I'm back in, like, honestly, I don't know. This is where I'm at. I'm like, I kind of just want to do what Ashley Tart did, where she just, sent out links for just the 3-day refresh. But then I'm like, well, the challenge pack is on mega sale. So I think it would be a disservice to not tell somebody that they could get the challenge pack.
Those are your 2 options.
Yeah.
When you highlight the options, you
highlight both options. So I'll just change Ashley's verbiage a little bit. So I'll take Ashley's verbiage. I'll change it a little bit. And then that way we have it. And then if somebody wants more information, I would say, awesome, let me add you to this Snoop group, because Melissa's 3-day refresh Snoop group, if you guys haven't seen it, it's exactly this. It's literally the same one that I did last year that was called Post-Turkey Day Cleanse. And it's the exact same content, because one coach made it like a year and a half ago, and all of us coaches are using it because it's really good. It's just a video about the 3-day refresh, a video. Mine had a video from Autumn. Hers has a video from Alana that just talks about nutrition. And then it's a little like layout of the 3 days and how the 3 days work, and then your order options. So that actually is probably anybody that's interested. I think I'm just going to add them to that group now that we say that. Awesome. I'm glad that you're excited about the 3-day refresh. Let me add you to our Snoop group, and you can check it out for yourself and tell me if you're ready to join. Whereas I see where Ashley's her way was like more quick to send a share cart rather than learn about what the cleanse is. So I guess you could go either route. I'm looking. I'm asking you.
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
My opinion, I mean, I would, if they want to do it, if they're committed to doing it, then just do it. Like that's my personal take on it. Where her group gained excitement was they just wanted to do something. They didn't know exactly what it was they were doing, but they said, "Yeah, I want to do that too," and they made the decision right there from the posting and from
posts and stories, not
right.
from.
And then they got in the group. They got added to the group whenever they committed, and they got sent an order, and then they could learn all about it in the meantime, and they didn't have to complete their purchase, but they didn't get to stay in the group. So
yeah. Whereas since this is Melissa's group,
sending them too many places and then trying to get a response back from them, because you send them to check it out, and they're like, "Okay, let me know what you think about it," and then it's just kind of dragging on. I think you should stick with
the original with Ashley. Yeah, don't worry about Melissa's group.
I don't know if anybody else has. I mean, everybody else's opinion.
Yeah, I'm open.
More than mine, but.
Well, yeah, and I don't think, but I guess maybe we should do a separate group outside of Be Well Community just for 3-day refresh. I don't know. I go so back and forth on that, guys, because I'm just like, so many groups. I don't know. I wish that I was like more decisive on this, but I'm open to feedback if you guys have any. And then if not, it's okay. We'll figure it out some way or another when I sleep on it. But either way, I'll get the verbiage in there. And then the flash sale stuff is a separate thing. So Beachbody themselves actually does do Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale. And so I will be sharing a little bit about that in Be Well Community. Normally a sale like this is really good for our current customers. And of course, like somebody that like has been on the fence about joining in, that's who I would invite to check out the sales. And yes, I'll probably still do a post about like that there's a lot of great stuff on sale. And if I get some interest, it'll go from there. But most of the people that are normally interested in something like that are people that have followed me for a little while. And they're like, oh my gosh, I've already talked to Tamara about the price. It was $160. I didn't want to pay that. I wonder if it's cheaper. And so Beachbody will have their own sales. Every challenge pack, of course, is $20 off this month, which is amazing. Completion packs are the same thing. So I'm going to try to share a little bit about that in Be Well Community, and then transition some of my customers, into just making sure that they finish out this year strong, whether that's them getting back on Shakeology, or them, really pushing harder in their workout by committing to a workout, or them getting a supplement to help them with their workout, like whatever it is for them. I'm just going to kind of put that in Be Well Community. So I'll be sharing about the flash sale group because Melanie is doing that as a separate group where basically there was a video in Team Give Fam if you want to check it out. And I will just share with you guys, when you check out that video, Melanie says that we are supposed to commit to giving $20 for people who buy a challenge pack. And I have already voiced to Michelle that, and Melanie said that like we had to commit to that. I have voiced to Michelle that I'm not okay with that right now because of where we are at financially. Like I really can't give somebody $20 of my commissions right now, and feel like I feel ick about that. So what I will be doing if I end up using that flash sale group, and you guys are welcome to model this too, is I will tell people like, okay, you have the option. I can give you the $20. I would prefer to instead give you a couple samples of products that you don't try, and a Beachbody swag from my closet. And then I'm going to like send people like hair ties. I would prefer to send you like a holiday care package basically. And I'll take a cute picture of what that is. And then if they're like, no, I still want the money. Most people aren't going to though. Like I know when I say things like that, I'm really intentional about like pushing them towards the other one. And I also know for a lot of the people that I work with, most of them don't care about the money as much as they care about like trying a new product and stuff. So, and getting a free t-shirt. Like I attract people that like want a free t-shirt, because I want free t-shirts. So, and I have a ton of them right now. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do. And of course, if somebody says the money, I'll give them the money. But so I'll be using all of these groups to help me close and help people get started and get, just get knowledge on things. But I still just intend to invite the usual way that I invite. If people are seeing my stories or they're clicking on my polls, or if I do a call to action post, or if I'm just in conversation with somebody and it just feels right, I'm going to invite. If it feels right to get them a 3-day refresh, I'm going to let them know about ours. And I'm just going to go ahead and commit to doing it December. Let me get to the next page on my calendar. That Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm happier to do it on the weekdays. Oh, although December 2nd was going to be that eating at the Kohl's pizza. That's okay. I'll figure that out. So the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Maybe 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So I can still eat pizza on Monday. I'm so bad. It's a charity event with my sorority. Anyway, and we're gonna eat pizza. All right, that's it, guys. Anybody else have anything? Any other questions? Yes, no, maybe so. All right, I will leave us with this. Let me get, I should have had this pulled open. Had a call with Anita, and she left me with some good words that I wanted to share with you guys. And of course, I forgot which notebook I wrote it in. Can anybody? Okay. All right. So let me see where she put it. I should have starred. Okay. Okay. So by our next call, which again is not until December 16th, so we've got a little bit of time, just kind of think about, what do you want for your 2020? Is there something specific that you want, for this Christmas, whether that's for your family or not? So I'm just going to share a little bit of my vision, and then we can call it, and I would love for you guys to just kind of think about your own vision. So I personally, and this is like when you think about your vision, I want you to think about what do you want your day to be like from start to finish? And so she shared this with her team, and it was just really helpful for all of them, and for herself. And so for me, I see my day as really getting up. I would, of course, love for it not to be at 5 a.m., but right now in this season of life, 5 a.m. So getting up and getting my Bible and actually reading it, and then reading a little bit of a book too, and having a little bit of time with both just kind of professional development, but also spiritual development, journaling out a little bit, and drinking my Energize, and then getting my workout done, and greeting my kids in such an excited manner, because I'm excited that I already got my workout done and they're not interrupting it, and I'm not having to wipe butts in the middle of it, and I'm and then I'm able to just go and make breakfast for them, and whether I'll just pretend it's a Tuesday where they are not at school. Actually, no, yeah, I'll pretend it's a Tuesday when they're not at school. And so just being so joyful in that moment, getting them breakfast, and then after we've all eaten our breakfast, being able to take a shower, and then, because for me, I know where I'm at, I have to work, and I like to work. I really enjoy it. So I'm going to take my kids to the YMCA, and they're going to go and they're going to get to play for 2.5 hours, and I am just cranking out conversations with people, and I'm just so excited to hear people's stories and to learn about them, and to see what other people are into and what they're doing with their lives, or what they want out of life, and letting them know that there's an opportunity. And every week just knowing I've got you know what, it sounds like you could really use some Beachbody in your life. Are you available Thursday night to check this out? And just being able to send those messages in such a way that I know it's going to help them, and I know it's just going to lift them up, because I know that that's what Beachbody did for me. It's not about the money. It's not about the groups. It's just about that community for me. It really has been very, very helpful for my mindset, and just for me to know that I have a team of people, whether it's Michelle's people or my people or people outside of Team Give even, that are there for me. And so I just want to share that with people. And then, get my kids. It's now almost noon, and we're, probably taking a trip to the library because it's right next to the Y, and we're getting a couple books and maybe even a movie so that we can watch a movie later that night. And we come home and we have lunch together. The kids go down for nap, and during their nap time, which is 2 hours, I am working on my other business because I'm done with Beachbody. Like I did my 2.5, 3 hours of work. I sent out my invites. I sent out my follow-ups. I got my conversations. I got a couple stories up, and now I'm, for, an hour of that 2-hour time, I'm maybe working on like getting a couple orders out the door for my other business, and just like really like able to have another hour to myself where I'm doing personal development, or I'm meeting up with one team member or a couple team members from here that just like want something else. Like I'm able to basically have 30 minutes to myself and 30 minutes to back to Beachbody or back to somebody else. If it's even just a girlfriend that's not part of the team that I just need to call. And then, again, my kids are up, and then, we're having snack. I'm having my Shakeology. They're having their daily sunshine, or they're having like their treat snack. If they had their sunshine in the morning, that's kind of how our days go. And then, just like, I haven't even mentioned you at all. But just like, then like us as a family, around like 4 o'clock, like we're able just to hang out together. Like I don't want Neil to have to be driving Lyft and Uber at this time, like he's having to right now. Like I don't want that necessarily. Like that's just not like, that wasn't why we quit his job, so that he could just go to another one for 8 hours. And so I just want him back home. Like I want him back home when they're up from their naps, and then we can do something as a family, whether that's go on a family walk. And at this time, like we're in Florida, so like we're going to go to the beach, and we're going to be walking on the beach, and we're going to be able to, casually get back home and make dinner as a family. And those 2 kids are going to go run outside in the backyard, and they're going to be playing, and the dogs are in the backyard playing. And like, we're just cooking dinner together, and we're having a glass of wine, and then we're settling down for the night. And, maybe we have a team call, or maybe we don't, and we're just doing date night stuff.
We're just in bed by 9.
And that's really like what I want. Like that's like, so anyways, so I would just say like, start thinking about it, like thinking about like, what would that really like fun day look like for you? And like, just like that fun, typical day that would just fill your cup. And it doesn't have to look like mine. It shouldn't. It should look like yours and what you want from it. So I just really encourage you to start to think about that. And when we meet up again by like, a month from now, basically, if you haven't yet shared, like share that in a typed up post in Team Give, or in a message thread with us, like whoever you want to share it with, or make a video, whatever it is, but share that with somebody, whether you share it with us or write it out or share it with your husband. So that's it. That's all I got. All right. Good. All right, y'all.
All right. Thanks for coming.